Hey, we are at MxU HQ today talking about how to get your in-ears sounding great. If you are a worship leader or a background vocalist, drummer, guitar player, basically any position on the platform that you serve in, you know how crucial it is to be able to hear yourself. And if you're an audio engineer, like my friend Caleb is going to be here today, you know how frustrating it can be to get in-ears to sound great for your band as well. At the end of the day, you might not even ever have the chance to get around to your front of house mix because in-ears have become such a disaster for you. And so we are going to solve that problem once and for all today. So stick around and find out how. Let's talk about gear for a second.
Yeah, for sure. This rack has all of our wireless in it, so wireless microphones, wireless in-ear units. At the very top, we've got just a combiner to make sure that our antennas are good. That's like something that we come across super often as people are having, RF issues and they're like, oh, I need to buy new mics or new receivers. But no, it's actually just, you don't have proper antenna distributions.
Mono versus stereo, right? So mono, you're getting one single aux sent to you. You have no control over stuff being panned to your left or right? We have two ears. So think about it like mono, not awesome, not an awesome experience.
It's the same thing going to both ears.
Exactly. So you don't really have the ability to feel, that's when some people say they feel like they're in a tunnel. It's often because maybe you have a mono mix and you just feel like, man, everything feels like it's like on the front of my face, probably using a mono mix. And then padding. So this is something that people run up against often is you're clipping at your actual receiver for your in-ears, or you feel like, there's maybe some sort of distorting sound in your in-ear mix. Oftentimes that's just due to the signal being sent to your transmitter being too hot. There's a couple different ways people do that. They might turn down the master on the actual console, right? Or most in-ear monitoring systems are gonna have some sort of pad or sensitivity setting, right?
Gain structure, it's the most important part of setting up your show file. We don't wanna have to, readjust compression thresholds and gates and all that every weekend. What we can do, we can set all that stuff once, and as long as our gain is set the proper way to the same place every time, our show file basically just runs itself. And so if you're interested more about learning about gain structure, we've got some videos linked down below that you can click on and you can learn about why it's so important to set your gains consistently every week. We talked about getting our gain structure set to the consistent level each week. You just saw whenever I was setting my gains, I'm getting them to hit -18. So there's a little 18 here, and I'm just getting the average signal to hit -18. It's okay if it goes over, it's okay if it's a little bit under at times, but I'm just trying to get the average signal to be consistent at that. And then that way, our in-ear mixes, our compressors, our gates, they all kind of hit where we want them to.
Yeah, and typically the chorus is a good one to hit. Like don't hit like the verse of Oceans. It's probably not gonna be the right spot of the song. So like that's the other thing is usually go for the choruses. We're about to play as a full band so Caleb can finalize gains. And we might even get to the bridge in this song, which even jumps up a little bit louder on the vocal side. You'll notice Caleb might need to gain me down a little bit. So anyways, what else you need, Caleb? Do you want us to hit it?
Let's hit a song, yeah.
All right, let's roll.
Chorus, 2, 3, 4.
All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
Bridge, 2, 3, 4.
Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything.
Caleb was just finalizing gains, right? That's what you were doing?
Yep.
Okay, going through finalizing gains, which again, when everyone's playing together, gains can change as well, right? Drums, very live instrument. That might be hitting your vocal mics, unfortunately. It's just a reality we face. Again, playing in the song, you're worshiping the Lord. You might be into it a little bit more than you were a minute ago, just, singing by yourself or playing by yourself. So that's why Caleb was doing that. Probably the most important part of this video, just so you know, gain structure. It is the thing that we see most churches get wrong time and time and time again, which makes for a really hard Sunday on all fronts, especially in-ears. So go rewatch it. If you didn't fully understand, go rewatch it. We have more videos, tons of videos on the MxU platform about gain structure. We'll link those videos in the description. Those will give you a more in-depth understanding about gain structure. Moving on though, I don't think anybody's mix is perfect. If it is, way to go, Caleb. Killer show file. But I don't think any mix is perfect, but I don't think anybody was in pain either, right? Like we all had enough to be able to play the tune for a minute. And that is credit to a really great show file. But now we want to ask for some mix changes, and we want to do that in an orderly fashion, right? So make sure your band knows, worship leader, front of house mixer, make sure everybody understands, hey, no changes yet until gains are locked, till they're done. And unless you're in pain, then we can make some changes for you. So now gains are set, and we're gonna go through and get mix changes. So how do we do that, Caleb?
Yeah, so typically myself, like at my church, everybody kind of knows that once the song is over, I'll initiate mix changes for everybody.
Yeah.
You may want that to be your audio guy. You may want it to be like your worship leader. Yeah. Some churches I know even do like MD will coordinate those things. So choose whoever it makes sense to kind of lead that. But typically I'll start that. So I'll just start with drums. Nate, what can I do for you?
I could take keys up just a little bit.
Gotcha.
And honestly, I think that's it. I'm hearing everything decently well.
Bro.
Great. Locked. All right, Josh, what can I do for you?
I'll just do a little more kick.
Gotcha.
Other than that, feels good.
Generally, I would say as a worship leader, and if I play drums, if I were playing another instrument, generally I would want my mix to be almost like a record. I would tell Caleb, hey, can you just make it feel like a record? You are the audio guy. I'm not gonna sit here and like micromanage every aspect of my mix. I generally just want it to feel like the song that I listen to in my car on the way here. With the exception that I want my own instrument and I want my vocal up just a little bit hotter because I wanna be able to hear what I'm doing over the rest of the band and make sure I'm actually playing in time and all that good stuff. So I would love Blake left center.
Gotcha.
And I'd love my guitar right center. So typically with guitars, I try to keep them, unless somebody just has a stereo guitar and I really want that stereo image, I will pan them out, even my own, because I want to keep that center place in my mix pretty freed up just for my vocal, or else it can get crowded. So yeah, I'll take Blake left center, my guitar right center, and overall, I think maybe just a little bit more click and drums. But yeah, should we hit it again with those changes?
4,
All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good.
bridge, 2, 3, 4,
Just a touch more keys, if you don't mind.
A little bit more keys for Justin.
Split the difference. Feels good.
bridge, 2, 3, 4,
A little bit more. Check. And my voice up a little bit more.
It's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. All I'll take click up just a little bit more. It's running after me.
Chorus 2,
Yeah, that's good.
3.
So notice, after we've made those mix changes, get up and running again, you worship leaders, or maybe even front of house can do it as well, just check in with the band as they're playing, because when we're playing, things come up and you're like, oh, yeah, that one thing too. And as mix changes move around, then you start to hear a little bit more clearly some of the things that need to happen in your mix. Make sure that somebody is leading that time, whether it's front of house, worship leader, MD. Notice I jumped in. I had some mix changes that I personally wanted. So as a worship leader, hey, a good thing to do before you start like, okay, do this, go make sure the band's good and go check and make sure everybody has what they need, and then go make your mix tweaks. And it just makes for a much smoother sound check, ultimately. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Thank you for sticking around. Like we mentioned, there's so many links in the description we're gonna put below because there is so much to this. And I think this maybe is gonna end up being a 45-minute or so video. And yet I feel like we're still scratching some of the surface. How do you EQ these channels? How do you compress these channels? There's so much that goes into it, and that's why MxU is here. Hit those links. A lot of those videos you can watch for free, and so would definitely encourage you to go check that out. As always, like and subscribe if you want to continue to get more content from MxU. If you weren't aware, we're an online training platform for churches to use in training their worship and tech teams. And we do that through a library of over 1,000 videos in worship and tech and a purpose-built learning management system so that you can lead your volunteers every step of the way. And we also offer coaching in that process to give you personalized advice and what you're up against. And so again, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.